Anthony Sanders was born on October 24, 1971, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where sports were a key part of the cultural fabric. Growing up in a city known for its passionate sports fans, Sanders quickly developed an interest in athletics, especially basketball and football. He attended the prestigious St. Joseph's Preparatory School in Philadelphia, where his athletic abilities began to gain attention. From an early age, Sanders stood out on the basketball court. His combination of athleticism, speed, and basketball IQ allowed him to excel in high school sports, particularly basketball. Sanders was known for his quickness, defensive ability, and leadership on the court. By his senior year, he was one of the top high school prospects in Pennsylvania and had already attracted attention from major college programs. His performance during his high school years earned him a scholarship to play at a Division I college, where he continued to develop his basketball skills. In 1990, Sanders enrolled at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where he played for the Wisconsin Badgers men's basketball team. Despite his athletic prowess, Sanders' college career was marked by some struggles in terms of consistency. However, it was during his time at Wisconsin that Sanders truly began to hone his game, particularly his shooting, ball handling, and court awareness. He made a name for himself as a tenacious defender and reliable scorer. Career beginnings and early professional years. After a successful college career, Sanders made the jump to professional basketball. He entered the 1993 NBA draft but was not selected, which led to a period of uncertainty for him. However, his desire to play at the highest level drove him to explore other opportunities in professional basketball, including the Continental Basketball Association, CBA, and overseas leagues. It was through this perseverance and dedication that Sanders eventually found his way into the NBA. In 1994, Sanders signed with the Chicago Bulls, but his NBA career started in a non-traditional fashion. He spent much of his early years in the NBA's developmental leagues and on the fringes of the league's rosters, often bouncing between teams and leagues. Sanders eventually found his footing in the NBA, securing a more prominent role with the Toronto Raptors in 1995, where he played for 2 seasons. His time with the Raptors was a defining period, as it was there that Sanders began to develop his identity as a fast, aggressive, and defensively minded guard. He was known for his hustle, relentless work ethic, and ability to make plays in crucial moments. Career peak and main achievements. The peak of Anthony Sanders' career came during the mid-1990s, especially when he played for the Toronto Raptors and later the Denver Nuggets. His playing style was an embodiment of the evolving NBA, where the focus was shifting to speed, athleticism, and perimeter shooting. Sanders, who had always been known for his defense and work ethic, emerged as a reliable contributor on both sides of the court. He established himself as a key defensive player, often guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player, and also showed a unique ability to push the ball in transition. In 1996, Sanders experienced one of the best seasons of his career, averaging career-high numbers in points, assists, and minutes. He played a crucial role in Toronto's success during this period, especially with the team's emphasis on growing its younger talent. His consistent performances, particularly on defense, earned him the respect of coaches, teammates, and opponents alike. As the Raptors solidified their position in the NBA's Eastern Conference, Sanders' role on the team became even more significant. After his time with the Raptors, Sanders was traded to the Denver Nuggets, where he further established himself as an effective player in a larger role. Sanders flourished under the coaching system of the Nuggets, and he became known for his ability to push the pace of the game, as well as his defensive prowess. Sanders' skills as a facilitator and shot creator helped Denver during a critical rebuilding phase, and he was recognized for his versatility in the backcourt. His ability to adapt and thrive in different systems was a testament to his basketball IQ and commitment to his craft. Sanders' peak achievements include being named to the NBA All-Defensive Second Team in 1997 and consistently being one of the league's top defensive guards. His defensive prowess was underscored by his ability to disrupt passing lanes, and his aggressive ball pressure on opposing guards made him a nightmare for ball handlers. Sanders was also a notable contributor during playoff runs, adding depth and stability to teams that were looking to advance deep into the postseason. Though he never achieved the superstar status of other guards of his era, Sanders became highly respected for his team-first mentality, his ability to lock down opposing players, and his commitment to improving his game. Decline and final years. As with many professional athletes, Sanders' career began to show signs of decline in his 30s. Injuries started to take their toll, and his minutes on the court began to decrease. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Sanders had stints with several teams, including the Phoenix Suns, Orlando Magic, and New Jersey Nets. However, his role was significantly reduced, and his time with these teams was marked by a diminished level of play compared to his prime years. Sanders' playing style, which was built around speed and defense, became more difficult to maintain as he got older. Despite these challenges, he continued to contribute to teams as a veteran presence in the locker room, offering advice to younger players and providing leadership. His understanding of the game and his experience in different systems allowed him to make an impact in smaller, specialized roles. By 2004, Sanders' professional basketball career came to an end. Though he never won an NBA championship, his contributions to the teams he played for were valued by coaches and teammates. Sanders decided to retire from the NBA, ending his playing days after more than a decade of competition at the highest level. Legacy and contributions. Anthony Sanders' legacy in the NBA is one of persistence, defense, and selflessness. He may not have achieved the superstar status of some of his contemporaries, but his contributions were highly valued by the teams and players he worked with. Sanders' legacy is rooted in his defensive skills, his leadership in the locker room, and his willingness to adapt to whatever role was needed for the success of his team. He became known as a tireless worker, an unselfish player, and a dependable defender who could always be counted on to give his best effort. Though his time in the spotlight was shorter than some of his peers, Sanders' impact on the game cannot be overstated. His story is one of determination and resilience, showing that with hard work, dedication, and a commitment to improving, an athlete can carve out a meaningful and respected career, even in the face of obstacles. Sanders' defensive legacy lives on as a testament to the importance of versatility and work ethic in professional basketball. Since retiring from basketball, Sanders has remained involved in the basketball community, contributing to youth programs and offering mentorship to younger players who seek to follow in his footsteps. His post-NBA life has allowed him to continue giving back to the game that shaped his life and career. His story serves as an inspiration to those who understand that success in basketball is not only about points scored but also about the intangible contributions made on and off the court. Anthony Sanders' career is a reminder that not every player needs to be a household name to make a significant impact. Sometimes, it's the unheralded defensive specialists and team players who leave the most lasting impressions on the game.